This episode is sponsored in part by Lucky Duck Games. Check out all their new titles at luckyduckgames.com. Well, thank you for joining me here at Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp. We are looking at board games launching on crowdfunding platforms the second half of February. That is Kickstarter, Gamefound, and Backerkit. And let me tell you, there's quite a few launching on Gamefound. Let's get started. These first few launch on February 20th. Cuperium is for 2 players from Whitewater Castle. It's for 30 to 90 minutes. It's a sci-fi themed game where you'll take the role of a corporation building a space station along the Kuiper asteroid belt with the goal of mining cuperium. This is a newly discovered element and it's incredibly valuable. Race against your opponent to gain control of the space station, mine the most cuperium, and ultimately launch toward new frontiers. Lemery Games launches Reviving Kathmandu for 2 to 6 players, takes about 20 to 40 minutes to play. You're bidding, collecting, and rebuilding the earthquake-hit city of Kathmandu. And on Gamefound, we'll see a game called Star Colonies, a 2 to 4 player game, takes about 30 to 120 minutes to play. This is a 4X strategy area control deck building fleet combat game. These next few launch on February 21st. 25th Century Games launches 3 games in 1 campaign. Colorfield, for 2 to 4 players, takes about 20 to 45 minutes to play. Donut Shop, for 2 to 4 players, takes about a half hour to play. Maximize your display case and box up donuts the fastest to take home the most tips. And Agueda, creating beautiful street art with umbrellas. For 1 to 5 players, takes about 20 to 40 minutes to play. On Gamefound, Street Fighter V Champion Edition Legends from Colossal Games launches. This is a co-op game of brawling action for 1 to 4 players. How to Steam Broccoli launches Tether on Kickstarter for 2 to 4 players, takes about 15 to 30 minutes to play. This is a mirror deck card game about connecting astronauts together. Each card in the game has a 2-digit number in the top corner, and when you rotate the card 180 degrees, the number is in the opposite corner. On February 27th, Dr. Finn's Games launches Alpujarras. This is a turn-based game where players move their mules around an action track outside the game board. These next few launch on February 28th. Phalanx launches Huang, which is a re-implementation of Tigris and Euphrates and Yellow and Yangtze. In the game, players build civilizations through tile placement. You're given different leaders: governors, soldiers, farmers, traders, and artisans. The leaders are used to collect victory points in these categories. However, your score at the end of the game is the number of points in your weakest category. Conflicts arise when civilizations connect on the board. To succeed, players' civilizations must survive these conflicts, calm peasant revolts, and grow secure enough to build prestigious pagodas. On Backerkit, Thundergriff Games launches the Soda Pop Collection. This is a series of abstract games for 2 players inside soda cans. Bellows Intent launches An Age Contrived. This is for 1 to 5 players, takes about 1 to 2 hours to play. This is a fantasy Euro game of engine building and resource programming. Humble Bard Games launches Spirits of Christmas. It's for 1 to 6 players, takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play. This game is a light co-op strategy game where players take on the role of the 3 Spirits of Christmas from the novel A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. You will be taking the old miser Ebenezer Scrooge on a journey through Christmases of past, present, and future, showing him the consequences of his actions. Hopefully he'll change his ways before he runs out of time. In the game, players will move Scrooge through scenes from the classic story, taking actions using a simple rondel. Your goal is to present 10 pivotal moments in Scrooge's life, playing the combination of spirit cards, meeting the requirements for each scene. Soul of Ankiril is a strategy game for 2 to 4 players. Players will compete using decks on a hexagonal grid for 25 to 60 minutes to play. A solo game called Never Mind the Distraction. It takes about 5 to 20 minutes. Compete with your own mind to determine the ultimate fate of your wandering thoughts. Feebled Games launches Back O Beyond Tales of Blood and Salt for 2 to 4 players. Takes about 1 to 2 hours to play. You'll take on the role of a pirate captain and your goal is to become the most renowned pirate. Live aspects of the pirate life and seek infamy to become the most dreaded captain. Well, that wraps up this list. I would love for you to tell me in the comments if you'll be attending Tantrum Con in Charlotte, North Carolina, February 24th through 26th. Come by and say hi when you see me there.